Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can use your stronger hand to actually do a massage for your entire lower limb, and it's going to be very useful for you because you will not need any help to do this exercise. You can do it by yourself at home very safely. So there are three reasons as to why massage can be useful. First is because it is going to help you to build this sensation and awareness on this affected lower limb, and this is actually going to help to do some rewiring in your brain in the best case scenario. And also with massage, it can actually give you a very relaxing sensation which can actually help for you to do stretching, especially if you have tightness and spasticity. And lastly, it is a way for you to help to improve the blood flow to this area, and hopefully that can bring in new and fresh nutrients to the area to help in recovery. So when is massage not useful? You must not do massage if you have any of these conditions. First, if you have a lot of pain, whereby you have sharp pain and extreme pain that is not going away with any rest or medication, this is a sign that there might be something sinister and you need to get it checked out soon. Next is if there's any injury to the area, especially when there's a lot of swelling and a lot of redness in this area, please do not do any massage. And lastly, if you have any injury such as a fracture or it's a recent fracture or healing fracture, then please stay away from these areas and let it recover by itself. If you are in doubt, please always check with a medical professional before doing any of this. Welcome to Basically Physio. My name is Suresh and I'm a physiotherapist. Quick disclaimer, none of this replaces medical professional advice, and I do this in my personal capacity. So some equipment that you need for this is actually firstly a massage lotion. This can be any form of a lotion or some moisturizing cream or oil which can help to actually reduce the friction as you're doing the massage and give you some relaxing sensations. Next is also you're going to need a towel, and I'm going to show you how we're going to use this towel to help in your lower limb massage. So there are mainly three strokes that I want you to be aware of. First is a grasping stroke. Okay, so we're just going to do like this, trying to grab all the muscles along this area and trying to press and do some grasping along the lower limb. And next is the knuckle technique, where you're going to roll these knuckles on the muscle area. And lastly is just an open hand spreading technique. Okay, just spreading this way with the massage lotion. So these are three strokes that you should be able to do in your stronger hand, and I'm going to show you shortly how you can incorporate it into your lower limb massage. So I'm going to show you the seated version of this massage first, and for those of you who find this type of techniques very difficult for you, in the later part of the video I'm going to show you a lying down technique which is going to be a bit more easier for you. So follow along, and if you're not able to do this, then skip to the later part of the video. So for seated massage, what I want you to do is actually sit out of the chair. You can do this in a dining table chair or on your wheelchair, whichever you find comfortable and easier for you to move. So you sit out slightly, and this is going to be the affected side that we're going to do the massage on. So first thing that we're going to target is actually the top part of the leg. Okay, so this part of the leg, there's actually three main parts that I want you to target. First is the quadriceps muscles, which is the top muscles here. Next is the hamstrings, which is at the bottom of the leg here, which is why you need to sit out a little bit more so you can access a little bit more of the hamstring muscles. And lastly is actually the adductors. These are the muscles on the inner part of your thigh, which are going to be very tight most of the time also. So we're going to start off with the grasping motion first. So it's just a grasping motion like this using a stronger hand, and we're going to do it on the quads, followed by the hamstring, and then we're going to go a little bit to the adductors as well. So follow along, using an open hand technique like this. Put some massage lotion over this entire leg here, and you just want to start with the closer part of your leg first to the body, closer part here, and then slowly just walk your way down, okay, to the kneecap area. Okay, so I'm sitting out in this position to show you a better angle, but you can actually sit a bit more comfortably. Just sit slightly forward so that it's easier for you to access this leg. Okay, so using the stronger hand, we're just going to go like this. Okay, grasping motion. I want you to do for a minimum of 10 times, but go ahead and do for more repetitions, and even you can start doing this for about 3 minutes to 5 minutes if you have the strength on the stronger arm. So with all of these massage techniques, especially for the lower limb, it's going to be much more tiring because you're covering a larger surface area. So do take regular breaks along the way. Okay, so another 3 minutes to about 5 minutes that you have done for the quads. Then we are going to go underneath the thigh. We're going to access this portion here, which is for the hamstrings. So in this manner, we're just going to go upwards like this towards the groin area. Okay, so in a seated forward position like this, I'm just going to grab it this way. You can go from the groin to the knee, or you can go the other way as well. Not really an issue down there. Okay, So you want to try and grab this. So you try to grab both sides of the hamstrings. Okay, there's the outer part and the inner part of the hamstring. So try to, if your hand is big enough, try to go both sides. Okay, try to do it in one motion. But if your hand is not so big and you're having difficulty, then just do one side first. Okay, so you can just do the inner side first and then slide down further to access the outer side of the hamstring. Okay, so another 3 to 5 minutes on the hamstrings. And lastly, we're going to go to the adductors. Okay, for the adductors, if you are not able to open up until like this is okay, just try to get your leg has spread out as much as you can, and then from that angle, try to access the adductor muscles, which is at the groin area. Okay, so this area. I also released the upper limb massage video, and if you're interested to check it out, the link is in the top right hand corner or in the description below. So now that you have done a warm-up for the quads, hamstrings and the adductors, what I want you to now focus on is on the knuckle technique. Okay, so be gentle with yourself. Try not to really push too much of force into these areas, because if you're going to do it to the point where it's going to be painful, a lot of times the spasticity may act up also and make it more tighter for you. So actually defeating the purpose by doing it very forcefully. So be gentle. We're just going to apply some massage lotion again if it is not enough. And then we're just going to use the bigger part of the knuckle and just going to slide down for the quads first. Okay, slide down for the quads. You can slide down this way to the kneecap and then you can bring it back up this way as well. Okay, so you can do a swiping up and down movement. Okay, if your quads is a bit more larger, more surface area, then be sure to cover all the areas in the quads. Okay, so this way and then up, this way and then up, and then to the outer side and up. Okay, so another 2 to 3 minutes for the quads here. Okay, try to do for up to 5 minutes if you have the strength and stamina to do. Next thing we are going to go is you're going to do a pulling upwards movement for the hamstring. So for this you need to sit out slightly more, knuckles this way, apply the massage lotion and then pull it back in towards your groin. Okay, try to really do a bit of a curling movement. Okay, for the hamstrings. Okay, next one for the adductors, going to be a bit more easier, just going down and up this way. Okay, down and up this way. Be careful with the adductors because this can be much more tighter than the other two muscles. So do be gentle in this area so that it doesn't trigger your spasticity. Okay, so now that you've done your knuckle technique, the last technique we're going to do is just a very simple and gentle open hand technique. I'm just going to slide down this way. This is really just to build up the sensation awareness on this leg. So for this, you can actually do a combination of the quads, okay, then going to your adductors, and then going to your hamstrings, and then coming back to your adductors and to your quads. Okay, so this one is just the most gentle part. You don't need to put any force at all for this. You're just sliding down and up the thigh so as to build awareness in this area and try to promote some sensation over this area. So all of this massage for the weaker side, right, it's actually going to be very useful for you to build awareness of this side of the body. A lot of times when there's weakness and sometimes if you have this thing called neglect also, you may not be aware that you have this side of the body. You will just be focusing a lot on the stronger side of the body. And this type of exercises help you to understand that this part of the body exists, and actually it is something that you should be working towards to reintegrate you to your functions and not just do everything in your stronger limbs. Okay, so with that, we have done the thigh part. Okay, we're going to move down to the calves and the ankles. If you're finding this video useful so far, do consider liking and subscribing to the channel and signing up to my weekly newsletter, Rehab Recovery, where I share kind and positive insights and more tips for recovery for you in your stroke journey. The link is in the description below. So now coming to the calves and ankles, this is where you're going to need your towel, because a lot of times you might find it difficult to actually adopt a position like this. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to get the long towel, and what we're going to do is you're going to hook it to the ankle area. Okay, we're going to hook it to the ankle area. Okay, so use your one hand technique like this, and then grab this part of the ankle and try to pull it up to here. Okay, so once you have adopted a position like this, if let's say you are not able to get into such a position so nicely that you can open up, it's okay. Even if you are just like this or something like this and your ankle is really acting up like this and going in, it's okay. I just want you to get your leg into a position like this as much as you can, and this already is going to give you a good stretch, okay, especially for your muscles in the inner part of the thigh. Okay, so now we're going to focus on the calves area and then going down to your ankles also. So first technique that we're going to do is, after putting the massage lotion all over the calf and the ankle, do the grasping technique. Okay, just grasping like this. So we're going to grasp the calves, okay, trying to go down this way. Be gentle, because calves are actually one of the common tight muscles and the muscles that spasticity tends to be very prominent at. So be gentle first, because if you are going to do it forcefully, then it may actually trigger this spasticity more. Okay, so you're just going down this way using a stronger hand. Okay, another 3 to 5 minutes of this movement. Okay, then go down to your ankle, especially the plantar area, which is the part of the surface that actually touches the ground. So just go all the way up to your toes. Okay, so build some awareness here by doing some grasping movement, and just grab a bit of the toes as well and try to stretch it out a little bit more. Okay, so start from the calves and then down and then to the toes as well. Okay, so try to do it in one full motion like this. Okay, for those of you who are starting off like this, after a while of doing these stretches, doing this massage, you may find that your legs are a little bit more looser, and you may be able to adopt such a position like this. Okay, so now that we've done the grasping movement for about 3 to 5 minutes, go ahead and reapply some lotion if need to, and then we're going to go to the knuckle technique. Okay, so knuckle technique, we're just going to go to the calves again, and then just going to slide it down this way. Okay, slide it up and down also, that's okay. Okay, like I say, calves are usually where the spasticity is going to be much more prominent, so be gentle at this area even with the knuckles, because the knuckles can easily trigger pain and stretch reflexes. Okay, so down like this, and you can actually go down to your foot area also. Okay, be gentle with this knuckle technique, and then going down this way. Okay, so another 3 to 5 minutes of this knuckle technique. Be sure to apply massage lotion, because at this point in time it may have dried off already. So apply the appropriate amount and then continue like this. Okay, lastly is the open hand technique, where you're just going to slide this leg down this way. For the open hand technique, I want you to try even the front part of your calves as well. The front part of your shin as well. Okay, especially this portion. This is where the muscles, I'm pointing to this area here. This is actually where your tibialis anterior muscles are, and most of the time this is the muscle that actually helps you to bend your ankle upwards. So building some awareness, especially at this side, that means the outer part of your shin, will do you a lot of good, because you might be able to just get awareness and start some firing of this muscle, which can actually help you to lift up your ankle, especially as you're walking. So open hand technique, front part, going down all the way to the ankle and to your big toes and also all the toes, and going to the calf and then to the underside of the calf, and just going this way. Okay, you can afford to do this much more longer. You can even do it for 5 to 10 minutes, because this is actually going to be very easy. There's not much of force, it's just actually rubbing your stronger hand along the surface area of the weaker limb. Okay, yeah, so this is it for the seated version. I'm going to show you a lying down version, which may be a little bit more easier for some of you. So for those of you who find it difficult to do in the sitting position, what I want you to do is actually get into a long sitting position like this. Okay, so there are a few ways to get into the position of long sitting. First is, if you have a hospital bed and your headboard, there's an automatic control to get your headboard elevated, then this position should be very easy for you to get into. For those of you who do not have hospital beds, you can actually just do it in your normal bed, but just go to the wall and then put some pillows or towels on this area and get some help to get into a position like this, where you're resting the body against the wall or against the pillows. And next thing you can actually consider is actually your sofa. You can actually just go to the edge that is actually closer to the wall, put some pillows there and get into a position like this. Now you might be wondering how some of you can, for those of you who cannot get a straightened leg position like this. So if let's say your hamstrings is the issue, then you can actually just put your legs like this and put some pillows or towels underneath the knee. If let's say you are not able to open up your leg like this, then you can actually, if your legs are coming up in a manner like this, you can actually put some pillows to support support this leg here. Okay, so ideally we want to get some access to the thigh first. That's why we're going to start off with. So I'm going to show this as the strongest, this as the affected side, and my hand is the stronger hand going to do the massage on the thigh here. Okay, so we're going to start off with the quads area, then followed by the hamstrings and the adductors. So if you can get into a position, I'm going to show you now. So using the towel, right, you want to hook this on the ankle area. Okay, so using the towel, I want you to just pull and come to a position like this, okay, in a long sitting position like this. Like I mentioned earlier, if you have difficulty to open up your thigh like this, you can actually put some pillows here or towels here to actually offload the leg a little bit more. So in this position here, what we're going to do, start off with the grasping motion first. We're going to do for the quads, okay. So we're going to do for the quads like this. Okay, 3 to 5 minutes for the quads here. Okay, followed by the hamstrings. Okay, so from the groin all the way to the kneecap here. Okay, another 3 to 5 minutes for the hamstrings. Okay, and lastly 3 to 5 minutes for the adductors. Okay. Okay, so once you have done all of these 3 areas for the thigh, next technique that we're going to focus on is the knuckles technique. Okay, so go ahead and apply the massage lotion here, and then using your knuckles, you're going to go for the quads first. Okay, 3 to 5 minutes. The quads is a little bit big, so you might have to go into a few different positions to target the entire quads area. Okay, next you can actually go ahead and do for your adductors. Okay, from the groin all the way to the kneecap, and you can actually come back up this way as well. Okay, so in this position for the adductors, and lastly for the hamstrings, where you can do this. Okay, so try your best to do 3 to 5 minutes for each muscle group, and then you can actually take a rest first, because this might be a bit tiring for most of you when you're just starting out. So take a lot of rest breaks, reapply the massage lotion wherever that's going to be required, and do it slowly and be gentle with yourself. Okay, now we're done the knuckles. We're just going to do the open hand technique. We're just going to, this is very relaxing. We're just going to reapply the lotion if need to. We're just going to go along the length of the thigh for the quads, the hamstrings, and the adductors. Okay, so don't forget the inner side, the outer side of your thighs as well. And then going down like this and like this. Okay, so in this position, now you're going down to your calves and ankles. So keep this position as well. If you can get this a little bit more closer, it'll be easier for you. If this is going to be far away like this, then do consider adding more support here or more pillows that can actually help you to come a bit more forward like this. Okay, but I'm just going to show you here first. So first thing is the grasping movement for the calves. Okay, so calves from the top all the way to the bottom, and then you can actually go down to the ankles and the foot as far as you can reach. Okay, and then come down 3 to 5 minutes like this. Okay, followed by, if you can grab the front part, which is your tibialis anterior area, you can also do a bit of massage on that area as well. Okay, once you have done the grasping movement, next you're going to do the knuckles technique. Like I mentioned in the sitting position, the knuckles technique, be careful, especially for the calves, because spasticity tends to affect the calves a bit more prominently. So be gentle, try not to trigger this spasticity more. Okay, so just be gentle and rub down all the way. If you're able to reach to the toes, then go ahead. If not, then it's actually okay. Just do for the calves first, 3 to 5 minutes. And then go a bit more down. Okay, so this is the knuckles technique. Lastly is just the spreading technique. Okay, just spreading this way. This is just for sensation awareness building. So go as far as you can, and then be sure to target your tibialis anterior as well, which is at this part of the leg. Okay, all of this, and you should be done for the leg massage. If you found this video useful, do consider checking out this video here, where I go through an entire upper limb self massage for yourself after a stroke. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.